All right, welcome back to the Inhabit Mars channel. Tonight we're going to look at a find by Bob Friedman. You can usually find him over on the Mars X3D Facebook page. And this is one of his finds. Does this look like a cell phone to you? That's what it looks like to me, like one of them flip phones. And then it's got an extra cover on it. We're going to take a look at that and a few more objects that we found in this. So we'll see you in just a moment. All right, so once again, this was found by Bob Friedman. This is from a Neville Thompson Gigapan. And if you want to find this in the image, you've got to go all the way to the right and down towards the bottom. If you can see my cursor, it's going to be right in here somewhere. Let's zoom in. There it is right there. I'm going to move this over a little bit so you can see where this is going. So this is right about here. And it really does, to me anyway, look like a flip phone that's laid on its side and it's open and you can see the screen right here. And then there's this like cover, like this thing would fold up and go inside of this metal or whatever material it happens to be. But it's pretty cool. And we got a bunch of shapes around here that don't just look like rocks. One that was clear enough that we could actually see well enough to model was this one. I'm going to go ahead and go to the enhanced image. Okay, so this is what I cleaned up to make it a little clearer. And you can kind of see that, well, kind of. You can see that screen right here. Kind of see that metal cover right here. You can see that it's definitely opened in the middle, like this would close up and then push, you'd cover it over with this thing. And then we got, well, let's go up here. We got this rock right here. I call it a rock. It's not a rock, but I don't know what to call it. It's a block. It's kind of squared off in this area. Comes down. Then there's a piece that comes back and a part that comes up. I'll show you that in the model. And then we got this piece down here. I'm going to have to move it over so you can see it. There we go. There's this piece right here. It has these like butterfly wings on it. It's got this V shape that comes down, and this there's a circle in the middle of it, and a V shape that comes up, and then these go out like butterfly wings basically. And that's not the only one. And we've seen these things before. I think I've modeled these in it's a few years ago where we found some of these. Here's another one. Same thing. Shaped like butterfly wings, got the circle thing in the middle. It actually looks like it could be one more back here, but something's in front of it, and it's very blurry. And then, well, while we're here, we got these two. These are about the only things I could make out well enough to model in here. So I've got these two pieces. I'll show you what those look like. And then, oh, this piece, where can I put it? You're going to be able to see it. There we go. So this piece right here. There's another thing that we've seen before. And around this time period, I don't remember which sols they were, but it was in the 2000s from the Curiosity rover. And they're like, I don't know, they're like batteries or something with rounded corners. I have to show you that in the model. And I cannot tell what this thing is. It's so hard to make out. So let's get into our Blender model. All right. So here we are in the Blender model. I've got that snip of that area. In fact, it's the very same image that we were just looking at. But I got the models overlaid on top of it. So we're going to start with this cell phone, of course. This, once again, is Bob Friedman's find. Let's move this over. Oops. Why are we not on that? Okay. So there we go. And you can see whatever this is, this seems to be the shape it has. In fact, this was the way it pretty well lined up, was like this. It looks like a screen to a cell phone right here. And I mean, it's, I don't know. It looks like it would fold up, you know, like there'd be a hinge here. I don't know if this hinge is actually there. We can't see it. But like it would close up right there, and then it would fit inside of this metal cover, you know. That's that thing. What it? There we go. So, yeah, take a look at that thing. And we don't know what the material is, so I just modeled a very basic material. All right, there, it looks like that. Okay, and then this was, oh, and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this time, the fourth time recording this. There's all kinds of little pieces around it. We just can't get them any clearer to model them. And I don't know why it is, but these images from NASA that Neville used to make the Gigapan were just lower quality than, you know, normal, I should say. Nothing's really normal with them. It seems like the more objects, or what look like objects that get in a photograph, the more distorted the images, or low res the images are. But here's this thing, and this is kind of what this looks like. It looks like it's got this round thing. You can see these little arms. This one's obscured by something, but this is kind of what this looks like. Once again, we got objects around it, so it's not the only thing there, and it's kind of blocking this side or casting a shadow on it is what it looks like. But this is what we could tell, and it's kind of what we're assuming it looks like. So there you go. Let's go down to here. This is this thing, and like I said, we've seen these before. I think I did 2 videos with these things in there, and they're in the other videos, and I honestly don't remember what the videos are now. The images are a little clearer. You get a better look, but these are rounded corners. It's a disc-like thing at the top. At one point, I thought it was some sort of power supply. It kind of looks like those big old batteries that you'd put in the old flashlights with those click, 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 click to turn them off and on. It's kind of what they look like. And I thought, well, maybe it's just a battery and maybe the posts are heavier than what we would use them for. I don't know. We have springs. Our batteries like that had 2 springs on the top. One was towards the middle and one was towards one of the edges. But it seems to have this like pyramid shape. You can barely tell. And I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but we've seen that, and I think I have, if I remember right, 2 videos where I put those in, and I just can't remember. I found like 2 or 3 in one photograph, and so I modeled those and put them in. And this is another thing that we had in those. We've seen this before in the other image. On the bottom side of this, I'm going to move this out a little bit. On the bottom side, about, where that round part is in the middle, it had this post coming out on the other ones. But in this one and the one that's up at the top left, you can't see it. The angle's obscured, and of course the resolution's too low. You're not really going to see it, but you can see that V shape right here. It comes back up. And then it's like these butterfly-like wings. That's what it looks like. And there's one more up here, right here. Okay. And this one has these blocks or something. I can't tell exactly what those are, but they're in front of it. But you can still see the top, and there's a V shape. It comes down, comes across, back up. It's like butterfly wings, So there's another one there. And the whole bottom, like I say, is obscured. And then we got these 2 things. I'm going to move these to the right. Okay. And once again, there is stuff in front of it. And this is either in front or between or halfway between the side and the front. I don't know. Kind of looks like it's sticking between them, and then it comes out, the front. But this one over here, it looks like kind of a rounded cube with this like pyramid-like thing coming out of the front face. And then the one next to it looks like it's got all these arms, and it's got like a platform here, and then it looks like something sitting on top. And I wish I could have got this cleaned up more to see what it is. But I mean, I pushed it as far as I could, and it just doesn't get any clearer. You can't get any more detail out of it. But that's what at least I think we can see out of this. And it's, once again, it's kind of guessing because we don't know. It's just definitely not clear enough to be able to tell. But did I get everything this time? I've only recorded this 4 times now. Hopefully I'm actually recording this time. The one time I did the whole thing and looked over. Oh, forgot the canteen. And realized it hadn't even recorded. So technically I only recorded 3 times, but I ran through it 4 times. Okay, there's 2 of these. One here and one here. And this one's leaned a little more over on the side, like almost horizontal. Okay. But this one in front, you get a little more detail because it's a little bit closer. Looks like a canteen is all I can think, Getting close on it. But you can see this. It's got a lighter color top here. That's maybe the way the sun's hitting it. But it actually folds around like 90 degrees. So it's got a flat face, and then it's got the side that's perpendicular to it. All right. And it's in a shape of almost like a heart, really. And then it's got this big like cap on the top. That's what it looks like. And we'll never get enough detail to tell for sure. But this is what it seems to look like. And I don't know, are these, water pitchers, canteens, why would you leave them on the ground? Especially since Mars doesn't have a whole lot of water anyway. So that's what those look like. And I'm not sure, like I say, there's a lot of other shapes in here. This looks like a pipe right here. I'm not in the way of that, right? No, you can see it. Okay. Looks like a pipe. They're in front of, well, it'd be to the side, I guess, of the cell phone. There's these square shapes, but you can't see any detail in there. There's one in the back, one in the front, and something beside it, other shapes that just don't look like normal rocks. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Maybe you got better ideas on what this stuff could be. But let me know in the comments, and thank you for the people checking me out, and a few new subscribers, and y'all just enjoy your night, and let's hope Elon gets us to Mars. See you on the next one.